Hey everybody! So this Saturday is the big weekend. We're aiming to give away 1,000 Christmas presents, and there's a lot of buzz about it out there. So we're hoping for a huge turnout with volunteers and from the community. So we wanted to give you some details. There's a lot of details here. Important thing that we're asking is if you can come earlier that day. So first off, for site leaders and truck drivers, if the site leaders can come to my dad's house at 8 a.m. this Saturday, then that's a very important thing. We're going to walk through a lot of details that morning so that you feel confident to lead your sites. So please, if you can make the effort to get there at 8, the address is located in the email, so you can see that. If you're watching this video and you're not a site leader, you're not a truck driver, you're welcome to come at 8 o'clock to my dad's, or at minimum, we want you to come at 9:30 on site at the Adopt a Block location so that everybody's there early. The site leader will give you all the details, and then you guys will be ready so that when the volunteers come at 10, everybody, all the leaders will know what they're doing, so that you can direct the volunteers well and you can direct the community well. So you're going to get a lot of questions and things can get chaotic pretty quick if we're not careful. So appreciate you putting some time into that. Also on this email, there's a link to Dropbox. It's going to take you to a schedule based on your community. Every community is different, so all of those details are on. If you click on the Dropbox link, you'll see it listed by site. Just click on your site and you'll see the document there, and all the details are there, so everybody can have all that information. All right, so let me walk you through. On Saturday morning, when you get there, please leave the Christmas presents in the vehicles. When you're unloading stuff, just leave that alone for the beginning of it. But what we want you to do is set up the table for the volunteers to sign in. This is very important, and you'll see this, the normal sign-in sheet, nothing new here, but I just want to push you and encourage you, if you don't take down the volunteers' names, and if we don't have a legible email, then it makes it difficult for us to follow up with those volunteers. And we want to strengthen your sites. We want to help you strengthen those sites. So bringing in that information allows us to be able to contact people, thank them for coming, and also continue to engage them in the Dream Center and volunteering so that we all can have more volunteers at our site. So that's a critical piece. So it's okay for all of the leaders. Just ask. It's okay to ask somebody, hey, did you sign in today? And just get that out there so that people can, we can get that information and follow up with them. Also, you'll see, of course, the residents sign in for groceries. Again, nothing new there, but that'll be in your tote. And the groceries can start, for those sites that are doing groceries, that can start at the normal time, even before the presents are going on. That's okay. The food can just happen. But for the Christmas presents and the gospel presentation, so technically that's the kids jam. Really, it's going to be the gospel presentation. So we're encouraging everybody to go through the gospel presentation first, and then they would come over to the Christmas presents, okay? And so how we're tracking that is once the gospel presentation is done, we're sending tickets in your tote. So after the gospel presentation, again, I know it's not going to be perfect. It's going to be difficult with crowd control, but the idea is everybody gets to hear the Christmas story, the greatest news ever told. Jesus paid the price for our sins, right? We're going to tell everybody that. And then we'll give them the ticket. So once they get the ticket, they can bring the ticket over to where the Christmas presents are. Okay, and so once they come over to where the Christmas gifts are, there'll be tables there set up, and we're going to have names. The names will be printed out on a sheet for you, and they'll be divided up alphabetically. And so as one line comes in, then you can help distribute people into the different, to whoever's signing in the names. So then once the child comes, you ask their name, you collect their ticket because they heard the gospel, collect their ticket, check off their name, and give them the present. And so that'll be a wrapped present that'll also have a handwritten Christmas card, and there will be a gospel tract inside of that card, and that'll be taped to the gift. And so that's the presentation they'll receive. And then if they're not on the list, that's okay. You can sign them in. And please take their name in alphabetically as well, because if they try to come through a second time, then you'll know that you either have their name already or you've checked off their name. So let's not allow for people to come through multiple times. Once they come through once, then we've blessed them, and that's what we're hoping to do. And so after that, there's other events going on. There's some sites have food trucks, some sites have Christian rap artists there. Some sites will have cookies and hot chocolate. So there's those various things. So site leaders, that's why it's important. If you can come to my dad's house at 8 a.m. on Saturday, we want to be able to give you all of those details so that you'll know how to run your site well. And so I think I've covered all of the details here. Let me give you a couple of secondary things in the tote. You'll see there's there's Dream Team volunteer opportunities. This sheet, this sheet has information. So those new volunteers, if they want to plug in and get to know more about the Dream Center, great. You may not know all the details, but all the details are right here. And then also, if the media shows up, we have alerted the media that we are going to be doing these sites. Please don't just talk off the cuff. Use who we are. We're sending a one sheet. It's right here. It's going to be in your tote. Please use this to give proper details. And also, if you see the media there and they're asking a first-time volunteer, you know, what this is all about, please make sure it's okay to approach the media as site leaders or as a leader and kind of take control of that. And alert me if they come. Just feel free to text me. So that's all. That's a good handful of details. Please be praying for this event. And also, if you are not aware, hopefully you are aware, but we have a gift wrapping party Monday night at Richland Creek Church at 6:30 and again at RFA Church on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. So we would love to invite you to come to any of those. And then the trucks will be ready, prepared on Thursday. So by Saturday morning when you come at 8 o'clock, all we're doing is walking through the details and, of course, having donuts and coffee as well for everybody. So we'd love to have you. And then all the other leaders show up on site at 9:30. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this important details. And let's be in prayer for this as the gospel goes forth this weekend. Thank you so much. I love each and every one of you.